You're listening to Africa's #1 lifestyle online radio.
All right, City of Lagos, it's a beautiful day. It's a good day. Today is Wednesday, and it's a special day because, man, I have somebody very special on the Spotlight Show this morning. Okay, me, I like to describe people. Okay, so he's very handsome. He's looking so fine. I mean, he's looking so takeaway. If you're not careful, you might want to start crushing. But you, you have to be careful because, man, I don't want to say what is coming to my mouth right now. So, of course, today on the Spotlight Show promises to be amazing because we would get inspired, we will learn from him, we'll get to know about his journey, how he has been able to still stay relevant till this very moment. Once again, welcome to the Spotlight Show, reaching you from the studios of Panache FM. My name is Rhoda E. Nadru, or Josh Shenemi Rio, aka your talking machine. So, before we get to hear his voice, first off, something little about him, okay? His name is Felix Ugo Omokhodion. I hope I did not mother that. Okay, and he's a Nigerian actor, a model, and a filmmaker. He's best known for his role in the 2006 Tajuddin Adekwetu produced television series One Love, as well as his portrayal of the character Tubosun in the movie Celebrity Marriage, which also co-starred Tonto Dike, Jackie Appiah, Kanayo, Odunlade Adekola, Tony Habaram, and so many more, for which he was nominated as Best Supporting Actor Male at the Zulu African Film Academy Awards 2018, which held in the United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as we officially bring on the Spotlight Show this morning the one and only Felix. I don't want to mother that other name, so I'm just going to say the one and only Felix Ugo.
Hey, what's up, people? How you doing?
Very well.
Felix on the building. Yep.
We have it. I thought DJ Limo wants to. I thought he's going to mess up my cloud today again. So wow. Amazing. Thank you. Many thanks for joining us on the Spotlight Show this morning, Felix Ugo. Please help us to pronounce that other name so we don't murder it.
Okay, my full names are Felix Ugo Omokhodion.
So it's not even fair. Oh my God, which school did I go?
So Omokhodion is an Eastern name. The meaning of Omokhodion is more like a child is more valuable than wealth. Yeah.
So you're more valuable than wealth itself.
Yeah, that's what that's what it
that
means.
already.
Yeah.
I love that. Wow, that's great. Okay, so to start with, let's get to know about your background. All right, where did you grow up? How did you make it to Lagos? Were you born here, or you just decided to carry your stuff somewhere you were before and run down to Lagos?
Okay, yeah, basically I was born in Lagos. I was born in Lagos in a hospital back then called Fresh Consultant. I don't know if it's still being called that.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm a Lagos equal son to the fullest. Yeah, and I grew up. My mother is from Imo State. My mother is Igbo, and my dad is from Edo State.
Wow.
And basically, grew up from Lagos, but of course, I traveled around for different reasons. And I'm a full-bred Nigerian.
Full.
Yeah.
But you don't talk like one. You don't look like one. You look like all this Ajabo, American, British kind of,
I've been Naija boy to the bone.
Maybe London, then UK born and American born kind of collabo.
You know how it is when you go to different places, like you pick up certain things from different areas. It just become part of you,
and that's it.
Yeah, that's it basically. But for me, I studied computer science. That's my first degree. Lagos State University, and I did my master's in infotech. Wow. And then I went ahead to study film. Here in Nigeria and abroad. And
at least now we have abroad in it.
And my journey in Nollywood has been beautiful. It's been great. I started way back, close to 20 years ago. Back then when we didn't have so much, shows on TV. I started off with the then let me see, that's more like the show that brought me to the limelight. The then One Love by Tajuddin Adegbeti, you know, the owner of Sound City, and you know, the whole and it used to be a great show then because it was a family-oriented show which was meant to keep the family warm at home for them to enjoy it. And you know, from there, you just picked up other things that are happening, and just a couple of years, I transitioned from being a TV actor more to doing movies, and it's been a beautiful journey. It's not been easy. It's been a lot of hustle. It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of renovation, but we're getting there.
Wow, awesome. Yeah. So I saw that you started your career 2006.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should be in primary school. Yeah.
I'm not an old man though, you know.
No, I'm not trying to say you're not old. You're looking you're fresh. No. So.
I started young, basically.
Wow.
My first production precisely should be, there was a production outfit called OJ's production back then, OJ.
Okay.
I remember I acted with Yemi Black and Omotola Jalade back then. It was like a 2-3 scenes, which I did. And well, that was like my...
It was like a minor kind of character that you played, right?
Yeah. Just like a 3 scenes, which is a minor character basically. And already my interest was sparked into Nollywood because my cousin used to be an actor, a big-time actor, Patata, for so many years. Wow. And, you know, then I used to go to film locations with him, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm loving this. Okay, this is where I should be, maybe. You know, this is it. And, you know, as time went on, I just found nature and everything directing me towards that path. You know, I started off as a model for so many years, you know, representing so many brands, like, you know, the Indomie, MTN, so many big brands back then. And then from there, I transitioned fully to be an actor, and I started doing TV shows. It was a lot of fun for me because TV shows take a longer periods of time to shoot, unlike movies. You spend like 3 to 4 months, sometimes a year filming, and you got to meet different people from different backgrounds. You guys become a family on set while you're working together. So I just kind of fell in love with it. I fell in love with the idea and the whole romance of filming and making a new family on set. People who are not really your family, but you know, you're like, yeah, that's my brother on set, and that bond. And you know, having done that for so many years, because I did a lot of TV shows for so many years, and being able now, because you know, because of TV shows, then it was really kind of hard to just start doing movies. Because,
at that time, 2006.
Then because when you're doing a lot of TV shows, you hardly have time for any other thing. So I was just doing more of TV shows, you know. But later I just told myself, okay, I think I should be doing movies. I've done a lot of TV shows to, you know, to last me for a lifetime. So I transitioned into TV, and I'd love to say a lot of kudos to a producer who helped me to transition into movies, which is Uche Umbanabo. He helped me a lot, when I transitioned into the movies, and from there it's been great.
It's been
great experience.
So let's say you're not into movies right now. What other thing would you want to do or want to become?
If I wasn't into movies, I'll probably be a pilot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be a pilot. Yeah.
Why that?
I
mean, you could want to be a medical doctor, a lot. You know, we have so many other things you can do.
Let's put it this way: movies is my wife. Why?
Whoa! So you're literally married to
Yeah, why piloting is my concubine.
You guys, you see the punchline?
It's more like
that's a punchline there.
I like flying. My father is a pilot, and there's just a lot of history with me and flying. It's something I've always wanted to do, but movies has never given me the chance, the time frame to be able to do that. But if I wasn't an actor, I definitely would be flying.
Wow, I like to see you flying.
Yeah.
We can actually see you flying in the movie, right?
And, well, weirdly, in a near distant future, might not be too distant anyway, I just might still start flying.
We like to see your face. We like to see more of you
I'm
on
still
TV.
there. Trust me, you're going to keep seeing me for a long time. For a long time. But the good thing about the movies is it never has an expiring date.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
so there's a lifespan you get. So I can always do that later and still come back to the movies. Yeah.
Great, amazing. I can't wait for that time. So I would remind everyone that it was on my show one time like that. And you talked about going into, you know. So let's talk about your inspiration first off. What is the motivation? You know, I'm sure you started with a lot of people who currently are not doing movies and they are nowhere to be found. Not like they are dead, but they are just not relevant. So for you, what is the motivation to keep pushing?
Okay, motivation to keep pushing. I would say naturally, number one, I'm a born fighter. I fight to the end, and when I have a passion for something, that is what I'm living for. I don't think anything can easily derail me. Okay, yeah, there are times where you feel weighed down in spirit and you're like, okay, the struggle is too much. Do I keep doing this or try something else? But somewhere along the line, because I'm someone who am Christian oriented. I'm a lover of God to the bone.
I love that.
I find solace in the Word of God, and I just remotivate myself. And I keep forging ahead because, I never can give up. Because when I think of the journey I have gone through the past, when Nollywood was like, in this like primitive stage, where there was a lot of, and for me to have survived all that and to where Nollywood has evolved to presently, I don't think anything can stop me. So, just like you said, a lot of people started off in Nollywood and just kind of left the industry because, number one, probably at that time, it was not paying the bills. It wasn't, they weren't getting what they wanted. But it's just, it depends on the kind of challenge you see, the way you see a challenge. For me, I see every problem as a challenge, and I tell myself, if I love this thing, I want to die for it, I want to live for it. And I don't think anything can stop me. So it's just about you, even if it's not paying you at that moment, find an alternate source of income and still keep forging ahead in what
like
you do.
Not give up, finally.
Yeah, never you give up. Because, that's what you live for, that's what you love.
That's what you want.
And if you're not doing what you love, trust me, your life is not fulfilling enough. Yeah,
catch it.
Yeah, word.
So the word is coming out already, and I want you to start, catching it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's for people, not staying relevant, and you're still relevant. Now let's talk about your challenges, life challenges, and career challenges. For you, what is that happened that has happened to you in the past, and you're like, oh my God, can this cup, pass over me, kind of thing?
Well, a lot of things. Okay, this is something a lot of people might not know, but okay, I came from a broken home, because my parents split when I was a mother. So my mother had to be my father and my mother at the same time, and she became everything. Because she's a strong woman. She's my inspiration too. She's my source of inspiration. Wow. And I call her a stronghold, because she was there for me all through growing up. So as an only child, because I'm the only child of my mother. Yeah, by the way. And the first child of my father. It was a lot of struggle mentally, being alone, because you are easily inclined to depression when certain things are not going fine. I've gone through stages of depression which people had no idea about. I've gone to a point in life where I almost took my life. Nobody knows that. But, it's just something I had to learn to manage because of certain mental issues I went through because of depression. I had to find strength in certain things. I had to try out certain things to find strength, to remotivate myself. And that's where, I truly met God. And I truly understood how life is meant to be. And no matter what, through my challenges, even as an actor in the film industry, there's been hurdles in it that has been crazy. It got to a point where you're like, okay, should I keep on with this? It's really not, I'm not getting what I expected, because, back then when I started off as a TV show, big on TV, I was all over the place. I had so many TV shows. I don't think there was any actor at that point that had done as much TV shows as I have done, as a young actor. I just felt like, okay, it would be so easy. All I have to do is just, transition. But it just became, it wasn't exactly how I saw it. It became a struggle, it was like I was being reborn to start in the movies, and it was just funny for me because I had to start going through fresh challenges, and for me it was depressing, along with so many issues that cropped up family-wise and all that. And my person, I'm someone who naturally very emotional. I get triggered by very little things because
never soft out.
Well, I say I've got like extra sensory perception. Things like I pick up signals, and but I had to learn to block out certain things and to accept certain things. It's just a lot of work I've had to go through, and I'm still going through as a person, as an individual. So for me, there has been the typical life challenges where you face your struggles, and why I would attach life challenges to work challenges, because life and work they walk the same. Yeah, they walk the same line. So it's been draining mentally. It's been very draining mentally, but at the end of the day, no matter the struggles you go through, you just try to find a way to just rise above it. No matter what you have to, the means you have to use, as long as you're not hurting anybody, find a way to rise above your challenges. And for me, it was just the word of God that helped me to become a better person, to be more hardworking, to be more steady on my path, to love my job the more, because my work became my worship to God. And I just keep walking that line. I keep moving that line each day, and I'm thankful and I feel blessed that I'm able to be part of this beautiful industry, able to do what I love to do, and to have gotten to this stage in my life. Yeah.
Should I say that I feel motivated? Being the fact that I for one, I understand the place of God in one's life. So you are, now reconfirming this, it means that, God is good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
God is good.
God is good.
God is good, and I'm grateful that through all of this, you're still here, and now you're telling us how hard it was, but all thanks to God.
Yeah.
So many people might not have been, they might not be able to, hold on till this very moment. So for me, this is like a testimony, and this is like a motivation to everyone watching or listening to always remember God, because testimonies like this are real and they are true. All right, that's like me doing preaching. All right, so thank you so much for that. Still moving on, let's talk about your biggest challenge as an actor. Now, biggest challenge, I mean biggest role, I mean that particular role that you got and you're like, hey, I have to go extra mile, I have to, mentally I have to do this, I have to put in it. Not like you don't put in a lot of work, because I've seen so many of your movies and I certainly know that you're a very good actor, but that particular one that you had to involve a lot of things, you had to put extra, you had to add so many juice just to make sure that you interpret that character the way it should be. Which would you go for?
Okay, first of all, I come from a background of film that has to do with tapping into a deeper part of yourself to portray a character, and I'm a Lee Strasberg person, so it's usually, I do not see deep characters or characters that are overwhelming as a challenge, as a big challenge. I see it as something to be explored, to be experienced, to live through. So for me, if I would say a character that made me have to dive deeper into myself, I think it would be where a TV series called 30 Minutes, which I did years ago for Mnet.
Wow.
It was produced by 7 Series Production. I had to play an older man.
Wow.
I had to alter my voice, and if it was a movie, it would have been so easy because you shouldn't for a short time, but it was a TV series, and
wow.
You had to maintain that voice tone you were using, and it's not like in Nigeria we have language coach or voice coach that reminds you, oh, you're going off to get back. Yeah, you have to be all that, and you know how we rush to shoot. We rush to shoot. Sometimes you can just snap out of character, but the good thing with me is before I come on set, I always immerse myself into the character, and I stay in that character even as I'm going on that set. So it kind of helped me. But it was a struggle for me mentally because I had to be stable with the continuity of that character. But like I said, it's about exploring it. So I enjoyed every part of it. I enjoyed it. I never saw it really as a challenge. I saw it like I was having an experience, a euphoric filming experience, which was beautiful for me. And at the end of the day, the result for it, I enjoyed. I enjoyed, what I saw, and I think the fans did. Thank you.
Wow, I haven't seen that movie, but I would have to look for it because I really want to see all that you had to put together to bring out that movie. Because I know how challenging.
It was a good TV show. It was a good TV show.
Wow, where can we find it? Can we still find it online?
I think you can just Google 30 Minutes by 7 Series. It was an African Magic Showcase that period. For that period for it.
Check it out. Hopefully I find it.
Yeah. So I've done all the challenging characters nevertheless, for me that one was a fresh experience because I was fresh out of school and I had that energy. I was like, okay, I've gone to school to renovate. Let me come and put in this into work, and I enjoyed exploring the character. It was beautiful for me. And it's an experience that gave me that stepping stone, like, hey bro, you can do anything artistic once you put your heart to it. So yeah,
amazing, very, very interesting. For you as an actor, what is your biggest mistake? I mean, that thing you probably did in the past and you're like, if I have somebody who was able to pull me through and tell me that don't go this way, go this way, go this way, it would have been better. I might not have made this big mistake. So for you, what is that mistake?
Well, basically, I don't really see things as mistakes. I just feel like it's a path you're walking through, and you know how life is. When you walk through certain paths, there are lessons to learn from it, or there are things to take home with, it. So for me, if there was something I'd like, okay, maybe I should have started doing more movies earlier than doing too many TV. Maybe I would say that, because even at the point I had a lot of director friends and Felix, man, you need to transition into movies on time. You've been doing way too much TV. But for me, it's not a challenge. It's not something I regret, because I felt like it was a direction that God led me through, and it was a direction I was enjoying at that point, and that is why I did not leave TV shows on time. I stuck to it because I was loving it. It was it was just a wonderful experience for me then, So I think that is practically the only thing I would say, which was maybe I should have tried out, but then it's still working out
part
fine.
of the journey.
Yeah, it's part of the journey,
Wow.
Yeah.
So, how did you manage to stay relevant till this time? I think I asked you that question, but I want practical examples, such that if I want to stay relevant, say in 20 years to come, I would be able to, apply some of these principles, and it's going to work for me.
Okay, relevance is mostly by the grace of God, by the way. And then next to it is you re-eventing yourself. As an actor, you need to always work on yourself. I always say a mirror is an actor's best friend. You always have to try, never ever think you're good enough. You're always a work in progress. Keep working on your art, keep redefining yourself, keep exploring other subconscious level of your acting in you, because acting is very subconscious, it's deep. So you need to keep, because as things are evolving, as the industry you're in is evolving, you also have to evolve with it. If not, you'll be lost in the train. So I think that's just basically, it's about reinventing, reworking on yourself each day, and just
you don't just stay as an old cargo and then you'll be like,
exactly,
we are the ones making it now, we'll continue to be there forever.
Exactly, because so many younger actors are coming, so many producers, like it keeps expanding. The acting industry is becoming a wider horizon for a lot of people, so you have to go deeper into it, and you have to get more professional and not just become an actor, but learn the business part of being an actor.
So there's a business part of it.
Yeah,
Just tell us the business part of it. I like to make, because some people are not cashing out in this movie industry.
For me, I tell people, I was an actor I'm an actor basically, and after so many years, I feel like there's so many things you could tap into in the industry. It's not just about staying as an actor. There are different fields in the film industry which is very, very financially enabling. I had to explore being a producer, because I produce films now. I've produced two films. First was Modeled, which was in the cinemas and did pretty good. And then the next I produced is Friends Only, which is coming very soon.
Very soon?
Yeah,
Friends
soon.
Only?
Yeah, so it's me exploring. It's me exploring these, because it's a passion I have. And for me, having been an actor for so many years, it was easy for me to actually go into this, because I had learned the ropes. Every department I have learned something. I had learned everything about it to a certain level, which made me understand, you can actually gather people, creatives like you, and you guys can bring out something beautiful. And it's been a beautiful experience for me, and it's just the beginning, because there are other things I'm going to be exploring, which I won't talk about, but
please give us,
eventually everyone is going to know about it eventually, because we're getting there. So I enjoy everything about filmmaking. It's my life, it's my passion, is what I live for, and I'm never ever closed to any challenge. I want to experience every challenge and learn from it and grow with it, because what challenges do actually is they make you grow.
That's it. That's it. Another punchline.
Yeah.
Save it. I hope your book is not full. Okay, so as an actor, say I don't want to go into producing, I don't know how to write scripts, I don't want to become a director, I just want to be an actor.
Yeah.
Do you think it is a profitable business? Do you think I can start up, say I'm a man now, I can say, I want to marry, from marrying somebody's daughter, I can say I want to give birth to children. All right, can that work out?
Yeah, as an actor, we all know the industry is already internationally known, and right now you see we have Oscar awards coming close to us, and so many other things. We are expanding. We are on the big platform, Netflix already, and so many more are coming, which tells you that there is a a source of income from it. There is a great source of income from it. And we all know entertainment industry is a big industry, internationally, worldwide. Nollywood as an industry, be it music, be it the movies, is big already. So you as an actor, you just need to tell yourself, okay, where do I place myself in this? How do I become part of this? How do I benefit from it? And it's just still the simple processes. It's about taking advantage of every opportunity that comes your way as an actor. Back in the days, we used to go for a lot of auditions. I don't know if they still do a lot of auditions.
Auditions? Yeah, we have a lot of auditions. But do they still work? I mean, people believe that you go for auditions and they call you for an extra or something.
But this is the thing, yeah, because back in the days when we used to go for auditions, I remember they give an audition for like 7 a.m. I'm there by 5 a.m.
That's how it works.
You know how yeah, and then you have to come, because when you come to auditions, it's not just about you coming to deliver the character being given to you. An audition is where you need to do something that makes you stand out. So when you come for an audition, you are to give an extra to that character, because you have to be known as like, you guys have to feel my presence here. That's the whole idea of an audition. So I enjoyed audition when I used to go for auditions, because most auditions I ever went for, I actually got the main characters, and it was good for me. It reminded myself that, oh bro, you have got the talent born in you. So I feel like that's a process every actor. Right now, I think there are just a lot of lazy actors who don't want to go through the hurdle. I have gone for over 1,000 auditions in my lifetime. Even when I was on TV already, I was still going for auditions, and I was constantly still working on myself. But there are some people who had it easy, where they probably knew this person and knew that person who helped them, to have a strong hold in the industry. But for we who started from the grassroots, we had to struggle. It was a constant struggle. We had to get it by ourselves. We had to work hard for it. And somehow along the line, you learn from the process. The process makes you stronger as an actor. It makes you say, oh yeah, this is the industry I want to stay in. So I think for an actor who really wants to thrive in Nollywood, you need to take advantage of the platforms. Now we are big on social media, and on like how we had it back then. There are
so many platforms.
So just do your monologues, do it all, put it on your Instagram handle. We have castings going online. Do the monologues they say and just put it on your Instagram handle. For me, just like my Instagram handle is a work profile for me. Yeah, all you see there mostly is my work, because I'm introverted. I'm a very private person. So what you would see mostly is not me doing this and that. You see only my work on my Instagram. And I really don't care about having all the followers in the world like people are being taken to, but it's about pushing my work out there and letting people know, okay, this is what I've done, this is what I've achieved as a thespian. So it's about finding you don't have to walk my own path. It's about you finding what works for you as an actor who wants to thrive in the film industry, and strategically positioning yourself in that place, and always working on yourself, because you need to always stay hungry. You have to be hungry every time. And when you're hungry, you just find out you keep working hard and you keep getting it. So that's it. That's my advice to every...
That would take a lot of dedication. So if you're not dedicated, it means this movie thing is probably not for you. Now let's talk about the projects you've done before. I saw a lot of them. Okay, so just name the ones you can remember. I'm sure so many of us have seen a lot of them as well.
Projects I've done. I always remember the ones I started with, and I can't remember everything, just like you said. I've done Portraits of Passion, I've done Celebrity Marriage, I've done Emerald, a TV series back then. And for movies, I've done, I did Two Sides of a Coin TV show too. For movies, I've done, Celebrity Marriage, Things I Hate About You. Which can I remember right now? It's quite a lot.
A lot of them, a lot. Because I've seen you on a lot. Like, if I should send your picture to me, I would be like,
But recently, I just did a cinema film called, that's for the cinema, it was shot for the cinema. It's called Shattered, and it's a film that identifies with the struggles of a young child, a young girl, who has been emotionally and mentally brutalized. So it's something a lot of people have told a story about, film-wise or whatever, but it's more like we are reminding people that there are girls who go through this challenge, and the world needs to know about it, and the government everywhere needs to do something about it. And we also have to find, we as a family, because we all come from different families, we have to find a way to take care of our girl child.
Very important.
Yeah, so
if we all should start telling you what we went through growing up, I mean, it's a lot. So I think that being my brother, even if you're not my brother, we all need to watch out and, look out for girls because it's a lot. So I really can't wait to see this movie. I really can't wait to see it.
It actually first premiered at the Oni of Ife's Palace.
Whoa!
Yeah, and this weekend we'll be premiering at Oriental Hotel. Yeah. So,
okay, the one directed by
Best Okodua.
Yeah, I will be there by God's grace.
Yeah.
I should be there for the premiere. So guys, I'm going to inch you guys about the movie after seeing it, alright? But I'm sure it's going to be a great one, knowing the fact that you're on the project. It was directed by Best. No, watch out for it, okay? So now let's talk about your favorite directors and your favorite actors. We're supposed to play a game where I give you 3 actors. I tell you to marry one, kiss one, and slap one.
Oh, okay.
But I don't want to do that to you because I have another game for you. So we're assuming that these 3 people you're going to mention as actors, one of them you'd like to marry, one of them you'd like to kiss, and one of them you'd like to slap. Don't tell us which one you'd like to do any of those things to. So just tell us 3 of your best female actors, then tell us your best directors.
3 of my best female actors, Nigerian, right?
Yeah, Nigerian.
3, I would go with I like Inse. I think she's a great actress.
She's a legend.
Yeah.
No, forget it.
Then,
forget it.
actress. Second, favorite actor for women. I admire Bimbo Akintola, sorry, Bimbo Akintola. I think she's a very deep actress. Yeah. And lastly, the thing is, I admire all of them actually.
I get it.
They're all working, but I'm just trying to pick out ones that there's something they did that made me go like, oh wow. Yeah. I like Ndimi Okoji. I think she's a good actress. Yeah. Ndimi Okoji.
So I'm assuming that one of them you like to marry, one of them you like to... Tell us the one you like to marry. This is me playing game with you.
Okay, I can't say nothing about that.
Well, I picked one person for you. So you like to marry Bimbo. I got it.
I don't know.
See, guys, I'm good at this thing, man. Wow, thank you so much for that. So let's talk about your favorite directors.
Oh yeah, directors. I've worked with so many amazing directors, but I would say directors who somehow along the line, maybe because of our relationship or we share some kind of artistic, creative bond. That's why I'm gonna name them as my 3 favorite. It doesn't mean that I don't love the rest.
We know. We get it.
I'll go first with Biodun Steven.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've got great respect for her. I think she's an amazing director.
Amazing.
I think she works on herself. She's fantastic at scripting and also fantastic at directing.
Certainly.
Yeah. Then secondly, I'll go with the Best Okodua. Best and I we go way back. We go way back, and he's a very passionate person about what he loves to do. And I've watched him evolve into being a fantastic filmmaker. Minus the fact that now the funny thing is that the directors I like a lot are also script writers. They do screenplays, and I think that's what makes a good director when you understand how to craft the script. Yeah. So Best also is a good writer, an amazing writer. We worked together on my project Modeled, and he brought in magic to it. He brought magic to it, and I've worked on other projects with him, and I see him grow each day to being a great filmmaker. So the third director I would call is I like Pascal Amonfo. I think I think he's a good director.
I was expecting somebody on this list and he's not here. Oh my God, my heart.
But there's so many directors I have great respect for, so many Victor Pala, Chris and Angie. There's so many of them, but I'm saying the ones that somehow along the line something has made us have a kind of relationship that I've been able to explore their mindset, and we've just been able to have some kind of artistic romance. I can't explain it, but
the way you use that artistic romance, this guy's mind is very good.
Yeah, so I have great respect for these directors and so many other directors I've worked with. Maybe right now I can't think of a lot, but
I get it.
Somehow these directors have stuck to my mind, and that's why I'm calling them out.
Now say I am a movie producer and I really don't know what to work on to become a good producer. I just call actors, get a director, call the crew members, and then we shoot film. And at the end of the day, my crew members, my actors are not happy. They go home regretting the fact that they, collected that job in the first place. What would your own advice be to somebody like me if I want to become a producer? How would you say I should, coordinate things? What would you say I should do right? What would you say I should make amends? I mean, literally, what are the flaws of Nigerian movie producers and how should they work on it? That's the question.
Okay, firstly, I would say, in Nigeria, we do jungle production. Jungle because we work with crazy schedules, we work with low budgets, and we want to create something beautiful. So, I say most work of a film goes into pre-production. When you get your pre-production right, you've gotten everything halfway through. You get so pre-production. You have to get everything together. Your costuming department, your makeup department, your film crew. From the director all the way to the last person in the crew. Your locations. You have to go for your location wrecking. There's a lot of work and pre-production planning from the script writer. You need to first of all get the right script, because if you don't have a good script, trust me, you're just wasting your time. And going through the whole script conference over and over again, it's a process. And then finally, when you feel like, okay, this is it, then you now have to gather the team that share the same dream with you in making this come to be. And I'm someone who, I like to pick people who I know are not just about the money, but about saying something special about themselves. They want to push it out there that, look, this is my work, And we have a lot of them right now in Nollywood, a lot of them. So when you come together with these people, they give you ideas, they help you spark ideas, and you guys just merge together. You merge together and do something beautiful. So once you have gotten all these departments right, and you now have a slated date for shoot, you now get your actors. Let them know if you want to do script reading. We used to do a lot of script reading back then, but nowadays they just call you straight to come shoot. But back in the days,
you do it on set.
Yeah, back in the days we do script reading for maybe a week before we start a shoot. But nevertheless, when you trust the actor you're calling to work on you, work with you on set, you really don't have to do much script reading because you know their capabilities. So you just pick the right actors that fit into the character. No sentiments, just it's business. Fit into the character, and you believe can deliver them. And then you let them know, okay, this is your schedule, and then you guys just come together and do something beautiful. You get. But the most important thing to every filmmaker, I think, is you have to first get your pre-production right.
Get it right.
Don't rush to set. Get your pre-production right, and everything just flows. Everything else flows.
Amazing, because I can imagine if you have a bad pre-production stage and now you're producing and everything is not just going all right.
Trust me, it's terrible because the thing about filmmaking is every error has a ripple effect. Yeah, if there's an issue on set, it will have a ripple effect to other departments, to your timeline, your time frame shooting, and you end up having downtime. And you're working on the time frame to shoot on the place because everything has been paid for, and you're shooting on a very, very minute budget, little budget, because our industry is still expanding. So it's about strategic planning, mostly pre-production, and sometimes you might have planned amazingly well, but you come on set and one or two things are not working out right. Let's call it an act of God, Nevertheless, you need to be able to manage that situation one way or the other. So that's just the nitty-gritties and the things that come together to make you a producer. It means you're able to tolerate these things, to be able to work towards, even despite challenges come while filming, manage the situation and still make a beautiful film come out.
Wow, great, amazing. So I hope you've been able to learn something. If you're a movie producer, or say someday you want to become a movie producer. Quick one, this is a game that is very interesting. All right, it's a yes or no kind of game. So this is the rule. So I'll be asking you questions. You should not reply saying yes or no. You have to reply with something else. If you say yes or no, you may say you pay me 100,000 naira. Okay. So you said you started.
I started in 2006. I said I did a production back then with OJs.
That's it.
That was back then with OJs.
Are you sure?
I'm very, very sure.
So you're saying that you didn't start in 2010. You started in 2006.
I started 2006, as I remember.
Why do I think that you're not sure. You're not looking so sure.
I am very, very sure.
Very
That's what
sure.
I'm telling you. I am very sure.
Very sure.
Very, very sure.
How sure?
100% sure.
Okay, good. And then you said you're from Benin.
I'm from Edo State. That's Isa. That's Benin and Isha is different.
Oh, I thought Benin.
Nah.
You guys!
Okay.
Okay, so my
You distracted me.
my money.
Okay,
I'm getting my 100,000.
Guys, by the way, I allowed her win that. I just wanted to be nice because I saw she was sweating it, so I just wanted to be nice.
I was like, I have to win this game now. No, I put in a lot of effort to bring this up, and now I'm going to lose. No. Well, but you really got me. You tried. I was repeating the same. Like I was expecting yes, no. But at that point, I know I would certainly get you, and I got you. But that was fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So before we call it a wrap on the Spotlight Show this morning, what do you hope to be, say, a few years to come?
There's a lot in life to be explored. I want to be everywhere at the same time. I still want to be, do great in my career as an actor and expand into so many things, as probably do exhibitions for films, and there's just a lot still to explore. My piloting, still fly planes, still there's just so many passions I have, and the thing is, as I keep conquering one, another one keeps springing forth. So I'm a wild mind, by the way, although I'm cool, but I'm a wild mind. I always have new dreams and new targets, and for me, I hope to just be great in the future. Yeah.
And you're great right now, so I can't imagine what it would be like for you in few years to come. I mean, if there's another word for greatness at that time,
I'm constantly a work in progress. So.
That's what everyone of you would say, but we know the truth, all right? So this is off the line question. My listeners and my viewers would be glad that I asked you this question. Are you married?
But I said that earlier.
I didn't hear. You said you're married to your career.
Yeah,
that's not the question.
I'm married to acting, and my concubine, my mistress, is piloting.
That's not the question. So they like to know if you're married or not, so that they can give me a thumbs up for asking the question.
I'm not married yet.
So guys, you hear that? That's it. Why are you not married yet, though?
Well, you know how it is. One has to be careful when making life decisions, and for you to pick a partner you want to spend the rest of your life with.
My studio manager is laughing.
It takes patience. Sometimes you make mistakes, and sometimes you allow yourself to fall in some kind of funny love, which is not really love, or maybe I think nowadays you should stand in love. And there's just so many things that happen in life, but it's about you strategically picking a partner who kind of
you have the same
compliments you as a person. You share visions, and there's true love there. True love, which is rare. There is something there, so well, hopefully soon enough I'll be there.
So Tosin and my guys is not married. Tosin, I'm calling your name. Look at me. He's not married because I don't want to say all that. All right, thank you so much. It has been amazing, inspiring, engaging, and of course entertaining. Thank you so much for making the show fun, and thank you so much for bringing in all your experiences, some of it actually, because we have so many questions we would love to ask you, but because of time we need to call it a wrap up. Thank you so much for coming, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. I feel humbled and I'm grateful. Thank you.
And we have to bring you some other time. We hope that you would be free to come.
Just let me know.
All right.
Just let me know.
Thank you so much. All right. Many thanks for listening. Many thanks for joining us on the Spotlight Show. Many thanks to those who joined us all the way from US and Canada. Thank you so much for the Nigerians too. Okay, don't say I'm not. Many thanks for joining us, and of course remember to join us tomorrow 11 to 12 noon for another edition of the Spotlight Show. Special thanks once again to my guest in person of Felix Ugo. I don't want to mother the other name.
Omokhodion.
Yes, that's the name. Thank you so much. And of course, my name is Rhoda Inadjo Joshenemi Rio, aka Your Talking Machine. Signing off for now, saying we love you so much, and bye for now.